Okay, Molly, so I got your excellent question about sigma. How do you know that m's constant as opposed to L? So let's take a look at how sigma works a little bit. I guess to start, I should say that sigma uses a special feature of Python, the sigma that I wrote. There's actually a way that you can basically pass as many arguments as you want to a function. And I'll send you this link if you want to read up more on it. But if you want an unlimited number of positional argument values, you put an asterisk in front of the parameter name. So they have this asterisk args, and what you get is a tuple that you can loop through and whatever. So let me actually copy this and run it in Python Tutor so you can see what I'm talking about here. So I'm going to go to Online Python Tutor. I'm going to Command A to select all. I'm just going to paste that max code so we can take a look at it. And let's say we wanted to print my max 42, 7, 189, and 3. Okay? Or if we wanted to print my max of 5 and 15. So you can have a variable number of inputs, which is what I wanted from my sigma. So let's see how that works. I'm going to click Visualize Execution and step through it. So the first thing you do, I don't know if I've shown you this Python Tutor, or if I have, it's probably been a while. But the first thing that you do is define your function. So when I go forward here, the first thing it does is it sets up, okay, there's this global variable mymax, which is a function name, and it points to this particular function. And then when I start stepping through, it's going to start going through these next lines here. So I go forward, and that pops me into my max with this set of arguments, with this tuple. You see, so it comes in as a tuple, all these numbers, even though I didn't have to put an extra set of parentheses around them. It just knew, because I used this star args notation, that I'm getting a whole bunch of arguments in a tuple here. So now I can loop through and there was a typo in the thing that they did. That should have been args with an S. Let's see. Let me just back that up. See if I can edit the code here. So this should have been args with an S, right? Because this is args. Alright, so start over here. So we define our function, my max. Then we start going into it. So args points to a tuple. Arg0 is the 0th element in the tuple. That's the 42. And now it's saying for A in args 1 colon. So this is a slice. No, that might be something else. Let's see. Python slice. So yeah, you can Google slice notation too and see if it says anything about slices in here. So a slice is let me show you an idle. So if I have an array, let's take this array, or this tuple here. Let's see, 42, 7, 180. I'll call it args actually, to be consistent with our other example. So 189 and 3. Okay, so now I have this args, a slice, and the slice here we're looking at is args from 1 on. If I say, let's say, if I say print args, it said 1 colon, right? 1 colon. What it does is it says print the tuple starting at position 1. So this is the 0, 1, 2, 3, and then all the rest of the tuple. So if and this works for lists too, tuples and lists. So if I just said args 3 colon, it'd just give me the last one. Or you could say args 1, let's say args 1 to 3. And that gives me starting with 1 all the way up to but not including 3. Okay, so that so you can play around with this, or I could have said args colon 2, and that starts at the beginning up to but not including element 2. Okay. Oh, and then there's also you can if I said like args -1, that gives me the last element in the list. Or if I said args colon -1, what does that do? That gives me everything up to but not including the -1 item. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3. The other numbering that you can do is -1, -2, -3, -4. Okay. So yes, there's a lot of stuff you can do with slicing, and actually maybe another place to look for this stuff is where's my Python? Oh yeah, here. So there's this Google's Python class is another place you might want to check out. They'll have some stuff on doing slices in there, and they have some nice videos in there too. So this is another place you could look around for. But for now, let's not get too worked up about it. It's just this args1 just means give me the tuple 7, 189, 3. Okay, so I set max to 42, to the first one in the tuple, and I'm setting A to basically to a list that starts with 7, 189, and 3. Okay, so we go forward. If A is bigger than max, well, no, 7 is not bigger than 42, so we're just going to leave max alone. And now this time A becomes 189, so we went to the next guy, unless that one is bigger, so we're going to reset max to 189, and so on. Okay. And then for and then we ended up printing out that max. So now for my max, we just have 2 guys. We still have this global variable my max. When we go in, this time the tuple we pass is just 2 guys. We go in like this, and max gets 5 because that's arg0, and our list here basically is just from 15 on. That's just a list with just 15 in it. So if we go forward, A gets 15, that's bigger, and we're done because that's all we needed to look at. So we return a 15, and we print out a 15. Okay, so that's the first step, and then in the I'm going to send you another video with the looking specifically at sigma.